9:27 Eastern Time right here. Live look here at New York City. It's a cloudy day in Manhattan, but we are talking about the markets. Markets were mixed yesterday. The overarching financial story, though, in recent weeks, as we've been talking about, even months, by the way, has been layoffs. National Report viewers saw the report out yesterday. Meta going to cut thousands of jobs, but more companies are reportedly planning to do the same.
That's right. Bloomberg reporting McKinsey is planning to fire 2,000 employees in one of its biggest rounds of cuts. They're also saying Wells Fargo will cut more than 500 positions. And National Public Radio says that they will cut 10% of jobs due to a drop in ad revenue. So what do we make of all of this? We're going to talk to Hillary Fordwich. She's a global business consultant. She joins us now. Thank you so much for being here this morning. So what's with all these pink slips? Are we headed towards a recession? I know the economy's been top of mind, but now these companies laying so many employees off.
Yes, well, pleasure to be back with you, John and Emma. A few things here. It's too simplistic to put them in the same basket. They're completely actually different reasons. At NPR, it is the decline in revenues in terms of their advertising, or at least that's what they're claiming. And at Wells Fargo, of course, and by the way, I do know some other credit unions and other banks where they're doing the same thing. At Wells Fargo, despite the fact that they've had tremendous, obviously, revenue generators, and it's so sad, their staff actually, well, not sad to be in Desert Springs, when can that never be sad? But they were on a retreat to celebrate top producers. When they came back, that's when they found they were losing their positions. But like the other firms I mentioned, it's due to the decline, obviously, in mortgage applications and mortgages due to high interest rates. So that's Wells Fargo. And then with McKinsey, completely different. It is 2,000 members of their support staff, so non-producers. So on the one hand, we've got the producers, the high-end producers at Wells Fargo, and then we have non-producing staff at McKinsey. And that is due to a realignment and a shakeup in terms of the structure of the business. And if I could add in also, McDonald's, they're actually letting go of their top management level there. I think what you're seeing across the board, the consistency is what you opened with. Going into a tightening economy, things are often a self-fulfilling prophecy. When CEOs and executives and businesses see or anticipate a downturn, they have to get leaner.
It's a time to make smart business decisions, right? And of course, it's unfortunate for everyone out there who might be losing their jobs. But what it comes down to is really, in some cases, companies really knowing their clients and what they're interested in. And I mentioned that because it was about a month ago that Newsmax was dropped from AT&T's DirecTV. And there are a lot of people, Hillary, who are very upset by that decision and have made the decision to change providers. So how do these moves really impact customer bases, and could it have an impact on their bottom line?
Yes, a few things there. You're absolutely right. Actually, the AT&T's revenue, the one that actually is behind DirecTV, they have declined at least 7% in terms of revenue. A lot of people have canceled their DirecTV subscriptions. By the way, I watch Newsmax live on YouTube also, so you don't have to have DirecTV at all. But one thing I would say this to anybody on the left, in the middle, and even right and far right, everybody should read Pastor Martin Niemeyer's poem, First They Came. He wrote it after the Second World War. He had been a pastor who was imprisoned when he never spoke up about the Jews. He was actually somewhat anti-Semitic. But then when they came for the churches, and his poem, if I just might take a moment, says, first they came for the communists, and I did not speak out. Then they came for the socialists, I did not speak out. Then they came for the trade unionists, I did not speak out. And then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak out for me. So if you're on the left, you don't know when people are going to come for you. I think the most important thing is that our great nation of America, the United States, must remain free. We must allow all those voices on all sides. And in terms of business, all businesses must allow all voices on each side, because you never know when, according to like Martin Niemeyer, that pendulum is going to swing.
All right. We'll have to leave it right there. Hillary Fordwich, thank you very much for coming on. We appreciate your opinions and analysis.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thanks, Hillary.